Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Rams and our home team. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go from South America. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
19, Charger, 19. Bronco, 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats, 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers.
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. On the run to the right, and he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Come on. Hey, Mustang, Viking, 18, Cougar, 18.
He'll drop to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
7 Pirates. Cup 19, Panther 60.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Rolling right, he manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. And even 30 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up.
Colin, are you watching this stream right now?
In for the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with him again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Warriors 70, 19 Lions. Go.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ready.
They'll try to get the running game going. His 1st carry. And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles!
It is certainly an ideal way to start a season, Mike. You get the ball first. You look sharp. You're in and out of the huddle. You're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 45, white. Ready.
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Down. Blue, 32. Black shot. Flash, red. Hut.
Throwing now from the gun. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Ready, set.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Black Ultra. 33. Yellow. Grill green. Hut.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 1-yard line.
Left, ready.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
But I think these guys were ready for week 1 to get started. I mean, we see teams kind of limp their way into the regular season, and they don't find their form until a couple weeks in. But they didn't play a ton in the preseason, but that's 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, and let's all say, what the heck does the preseason even mean?
I wanna eat you.
A return now from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready. Yellow. 22. Red. Yellow. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Check.
Now they'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Blue striker. Set. Hut. Yellow. 43. Set.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Red 38.
He'll look to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. He gets free. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Buenos Aires. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, set. Black 40. 10 cycle. Ready?
On the ground, it's Cheaton to start the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard
45.
line.
White. Cut.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now for the 3rd time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. Picked up by Peyton Wilson.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Red.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Field, but it is incomplete. 2nd and 10. On the head.
CMO and big man give it to him.
There he goes. Inside the 30. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
38 yards.
It is a big play for the Eagles. 38 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Cougar 19.
Motion.
79 Broncos. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
That is caught at the 3.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
19 Cardinals. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Saquon is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Wait. 10, here we go. Tackle. 52 blue. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked up by Nick Emanwari. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
19 left. 60 Bison. 60. Ready.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Donald Brock.
This one not quite on target. Let him too much, and that one falls incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame him.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Third and 7. Flush to his right. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 18. Jack's going for a Buenos Aires 1st down.
Here's Barkley. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Here's a run going left. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19. Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
That one taken in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go. Yellow, 22. Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Set. Blue, 32.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
White. Red, 38. 52 blaster.
He's coming, double up.
Blue striker. Set.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Moving to his right. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Into space. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 79 yards. Touchdown, Rams. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown.
Makes the score Eagles.
Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Ready?
They'll begin here on the ground. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Set. 45. Wide.
They send a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Set up the screen here for Tootin. And he will get into the end zone. Facial Tootin. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown, Rams.
Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Reload. Let's go now. Hawk 70. Go.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Dragon 60.
They'll throw out of the gun. Going left side, complete to Harris. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Stop low 18. Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. And the Rams will take over possession here at the 44.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. 10.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Run out of the gun, and it's too strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9.
The best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly. Hands the ball off to the back. Big pickup.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
22 meter. 52 blue. Set.
They'll look to pick it up with Tootin. First down and more inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Facial Tootin. Touchdown Rash. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
The drive will start on the ground. Whoa! He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
1st and 10.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week. After this, here's a 2nd and 6.
65 catch. 65.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Okay, ready?
Down at the 12.
Drop 60,
It's
drop
first and
60.
10.
Get it? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he will get into the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Ready, ready. Set, hut. This is great. Ready?
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
Brings up second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Look him up on a second down and 8. Up the middle, here is Tootin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
30, black shot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. Fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down.
Ready? Here we go, here we go. Bronco East, go.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Buenos Aires. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Set, ready, red, yellow, black, 95. Six, mega. Set, cut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
Down. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be complete to Tootin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Rams First down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
First down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Ready. Red 38. Ready.
They'll look to throw yet again. Out to his right. Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
He's got it. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 91 yards for the touchdown. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead.
Rams 21.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This returnable from the 4. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready. Ready. Set cut. 50 green. Cut.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Open is the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
On the play. And the Rams
Come on,
first
set.
down.
Yellow.
It's a
43.
gain of 25 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
On the give, it's Tootin. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
First and 10.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
10 black. Set.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll dump this out wide to Tootin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
33. Yellow. Set.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Rams.
Colin, are you watching this stream right now? Lick, hyphen, I wanna eat you. CMO big man, give it to him. Arnold Brock. Uh-oh.
Rams 28.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set. Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Okay,
First down.
Hey,
First
hey,
and 10
check that,
at the
check that.
50-yard line.
Ready, ready. Check out.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Roger McCreary on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ready up.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cut 19. Set, go.
Now, faking the give. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. They get 22 yards there. Good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
A 9-yard loss.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Cowboy 80. Rapper 80.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hut, hut.
Here comes the blitz. Is under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Back to throw. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
5 yards brings up 3rd and
Panther
goal.
11. Panther 11. 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Ready.
He'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Eagles add on to their already sizable lead.
Rams 28.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Good return as he takes it across the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Let's go now. Yellow, 22. Steal. Check steal. Hey, Full Fury. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle. He spots the tight end, Ferguson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
First down, Rams.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32. 22 needle.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Set, ready. 45, right. Striker, 3-3. Shovel, 38.
Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback.
Down. 10 black.
In motion, that's Thornton.
Ready?
Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Slide blue. Blaster, 6.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
Ramble, set, hut. Black 40. Black shot. Hut.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
18, Roderick.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now, deep ball for London. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down. No give on the ground, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
79 Broncos. Ready?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Good throw, out wide, it's caught. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
65, let's go. Trap 60, trap. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Mustang 19. Warrior 70. Go.
Throwing now on third and long. Exiting the pocket right. He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Eagles will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Irving now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Bill Green. 33, yellow.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes...
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Yellow, 22.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw, and he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback, and in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That is Ferguson in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have the Rams first down, as this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on fourth down.
Blue, 32. Edo Blue.
Shut down. Motion. Check.
Check, huh?
Forced to his right. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Ready.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 45, wide. Ready.
He's got his man. That's Putin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards.
A gain of 37 yards. And the Rams first down.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11.
38.
Back to the air one more time.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Let's go now. Black 40. Red, yellow. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. Got his man at the 6. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
70. Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now, deep ball from London. That is brought in. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
48 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19.
Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Rams are going to come up with the late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.